Above and Beyond the Headlines with Justice Secretary Minato Guevara. Good evening, Secretary Guevara. Welcome to Newsnight.
Hello, good evening, Pia. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. I hope you're doing well also. But we wanted to ask, have you found anything? Mr. Marsalic was here in the early part of March. Do we know what he was doing here? Who he spoke to? Ano pa yung ginagawa niya dito at that time?
Yes, Pia. Based on the records of the BI, we found that this person by the name of John Marsalek, apparently he's an Austrian, about 40 years old, came to the Philippines on March 3 and stayed in a Makati hotel until March 5. But that's all that we have in our records. We really do not trace where this person or where any other person would go after exiting from the terminal. We really don't know whether he came here for business or for personal purposes because we also got reports and we are still verifying here that he is married to a Filipina. We're not too sure about that though, and we're checking on that. Now, what bothers us is a more recent entry in the database of the Bureau of Immigration, which apparently showed that he came here, he arrived on June 23, that was 2 days ago, and left yesterday morning bound for China. However, a check with Cebu International Airport video records, the CCTV there, wouldn't show that such person ever left the country. We don't even know for sure whether he arrived on June 23. But what is really bothersome is the fact that it appeared in the database of the BI, of the Bureau of Immigration. That's why we're digging more deeply into this, Pia. We want to find out exactly if he arrived here or there was only a glitch or something. But there were, certain details appearing in the database, like the aircraft that carried him to Manila and his departure from Cebu via a specific airline going to China. So we're still checking on that. What is that? Is that something like, was that fabricated for some reason, or was there only technical glitch? Was there an error on the part of the immigration officers at the counter? We don't know yet that. We don't know that yet, Pia.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, well, first about this June 23 to 24. Kung transiting, hindi po ba usually the same day, no? They leave on the same day. Hindi po ba, Secretary? And then I
No,
also have a question because you said you have some information that he could be married to a Filipina. Do you have the name and where is she from?
um, Pia. Yeah, it doesn't seem that this is a case of mere transiting because he left the following day. And if that was a mere case of transferring, let's say, from one flight to another, there will be no records in the Immigration Bureau anymore because he won't even have to enter the immigration area. If it's just a
Right.
matter of, if it's just a matter of
Yeah.
transiting from one flight to another, hindi na siya mara-record sa Bureau of
Yes.
Immigration as having come in. As to the name
Uh-huh.
of his alleged wife, we don't
The
have
wife.
any specific information about that. I was just given the information that he came along with his Filipino wife. That's why he was able to enter the country, despite the fact that
Oh, so he
we were,
traveled. Yeah. I'm
yes.
sorry,
So
Secretary. So he traveled with this Filipina national who the bureau suspects is his wife. So in other words, pagdating and you're talking about the March trip and this June 23 trip, meaning nung dumating siya nung March 3, sabay sila, nagpresent sila ng pasaporte nila. So which means, sir, that the Immigration Bureau does have the name of this wife, or the Filipina national.
That is possible if we are referring to the March trip. If the Filipino wife was with Mr. Marsalek on his March trip to the Philippines, then we should have records of the identity and details of his wife. But I don't have that yet at this moment.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe the Immigration Bureau could tell you right now while we're doing this interview. But so March, so we are sure that he traveled with this Filipina national who, for some reason, the Bureau of Immigration thinks is his wife. And there is a possibility that also in June. So, wait, pero nung dumating sila nung March 3, so kasama niya itong Filipina national whom they suspect is his wife. Nung March 5, pag alis niya, kasama rin niya.
I do not have an answer to that question kung kasama niya rin umalis
Okay.
noong March 5. So maybe the immigration people
So,
will
Secretary,
have the answer
yeah.
to your question.
Okay. Okay, so the March 3 to 5 and the June 23 to 24. Very interesting. Kasi kung June 23 to 24, meaning, kung June 23, Cebu, I mean, and anywhere, no, anytime you come into the country, kailangan mag 14-day isolation, 14-day
Exactly.
self-quarantine ka. Pero
That's
nakalis siya the next day. Interesting. Akala ko ba stricto tayo? But anyway,
right.
well, sir, one more
Yeah.
thing. Yung itong since have any information as to what he did when he was here March 3 to 5 and what he did June 23 to 24 in the 24 hours he was in the country. Are you going to be asking the NBI now to look into this or DOJ investigators or something? Because, I mean, obviously, he is a hindi naman person of interest, but we are interested in finding out what he was doing here, given that he figures in this very big controversy.
With respect to Mr. Marsalek's purpose in coming to the Philippines, I have left that matter to the Bureau of Immigration to find out. But with respect to the NBI, I have actually given instructions to the NBI yesterday after consulting with the BSP governor, Ben Jokno, to invite certain persons to shed light on their possible involvement in this Wirecard scandal in Germany. So the anti-fraud division of the NBI will soon summon certain people for this purpose.
Sir, can you be more specific? Sino pong certain people that the anti-fraud division of the NBI will be summoning? There have been names that have, well, at least one name of one Filipino national that has cropped up in the reporting of this story. Are you confirming that this man is going to be summoned by the NBI anti-fraud division?
That is correct. We're referring to this person who is named as a trustee of Wirecard in the Philippines. And I guess his name has already appeared in social media as well as in major newspapers. And
Yeah, is he this former government official?
yes, I think he's the one. And considering that he's the one named as the trustee of Wirecard in the Philippines, then it will be a good start to summon him to the NBI to shed light on the involvement of
Siya lang
maybe
po ba
certain...
yung...
So far.
Yes, I'm sorry, Secretary. So,
According...
siya lang po ba ang isa-summon? Because, yes, sorry.
As of now, he'll be the first to be summoned by the NBI. And I understand from the NBI that this person has expressed his desire to cooperate. So maybe, just maybe, when the NBI talks to him, he may also mention certain other people or give some lead to to the involvement of some other people if there are, in fact, other people involved in this mess.
And the NBI does have some names already, I suppose.
Except for this person, for this trustee, none at the moment. They're hoping that when they get to talk, when they get to talk to this person, who is willing to cooperate anyway, then they'll probably get some leads to other people who might be involved as well.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Secretary, isang tanong na lang po. I know I kept you for so long, but there have been two big banks that have been, well, whose names have been dragged into all of this, into this big controversy. Will the NBI Anti-Fraud Division also speak to officers of these two banks?
Yeah, that is possible. Although the AMLC has already stated that based on the records or what is available to them, no such funds were detected as having entered the country's banking system. The amount, the missing amount, said to be involved in this mess of Wirecard.
All right, Secretary Menardo Guevarra of the Justice Department. Secretary, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Secretary Guevarra there confirming that Jan Marsalek of Wirecard was, at least as the records show, Immigration Bureau records show that he was here in the country twice, March 3 and March 5. We already know that. But this is new, what we're hearing. From June 23 to 24, possibly he has a Filipina wife. At the same time, the NBI Anti-Fraud Division has contacted a person, at least one person whose name has been dragged into this controversy, who has expressed his desire to cooperate. Secretary Guevarra is confirming that this person's name has been reported, and that he is most possibly this former government official. Also, it is possible that the NBI may speak to other people or institutions involved in this case. That was Secretary Menardo Guevarra of the Justice Department. In